Hi, my name is Mike Moss, and this video is about setting up the Android Development Tools bundle on Windows. So to do that, we're going to have 4 steps. First is to check if we need Java or not, install it if we need it, and then install the tools, and then finally run through a simple procedure of checking it. Really, the important thing here is to determine whether or not you actually even need Java in the first place. And you can do that by simply running java-version at the command line. The other thing to consider is whether or not you're going to be building with 32-bit or 64-bit tools. This doesn't impact, if you're building 32-bit apps in Android, it's just that's the tools that you'll be using on the platform that you have. To check for Java, we're going to bring up the command window, and since I'm on Windows 8.1, I need to run off the start menu, start button here. Type in command into the run command and press enter, or the OK button. And once the command window's up, we can type out java-version, and then we can see which version we have. Now, it shows here 1.7, which is Java 7. If you have 1.6, that's Java 6, and it appears that I'm using the 64-bit version, which is great. If the command result returned Java 1.6 or 1.7 is already installed on your machine, you don't need the next steps. You can actually run with what you have. But if you want to get up to the latest and greatest, go ahead and follow these next steps. One thing that's a little confusing to people is there's 2 different versions of Java. One is called the JRE, or Java Runtime Environment, and the other is the JDK, or the Java Development Kit. If you're not planning on doing any Java development, the JRE will be just fine for Android. But if you're planning on doing, Java EE or other types of Java development, you probably want to grab the JDK. So to get started, let's just go to java.com/getjava and grab the latest JRE. So we click the download button, agree to the terms, and it starts to download. Okay, so let's just click the installer to start the install process. Let's step through the wizard, install, turn off this toolbar garbage. Thank you very much, Oracle, for that. It'll take a while for it to finish, but when it comes back, if you've done everything correctly or if it's successfully installed, you get this little confirmation screen. Okay, so let's now install the Android Development Tools bundle. The first thing we're going to need to do is actually go out and get it. And we can go to developer.android.com/SDK and get the bundle that we need. So on the site here, we're just going to go to the download SDK, the ADT bundle for Windows. It's out there in the open. Sign off on the terms and condition. And I'm grabbing the 64-bit because I've got 64-bit Java installed. And wait for the download to finish. Okay, once it's downloaded, we're going to unzip or open up the zip file that has the bundle inside it. And I'm just simply going to copy this out into an SDK folder that I've created on my C drive. And I'm going to store it next to my existing Eclipse installation. And there we go. Let's wait for that copy to finish. Okay, once it's finished copying, I'm going to open it up. And inside you can see we have an SDK directory and an Eclipse directory. Since the tools are essentially built off of Eclipse, it makes sense. If we launch this, we'll get a custom Android splash, but then we also get the familiar Eclipse workspace dialog. So if we just leave that for defaults for now and open it up, we should actually get Eclipse started. There we go. Now the nice thing besides all the custom branding for this kind of Android developer tools with new logos is this actually has all the plugins stuff already installed for you, which is nice. Okay, the last step is just basically to check to make sure that everything was installed correctly and that we can create a project. Since the Android Development Tools bundle already comes with the SDK, we don't actually have to install it. We can check to see which one it's using by simply going to Windows or Window Preference and then showing that it is in fact in the directory that we installed our SDK in. There are other niceties like there's an IDE quick start that is only so useful, but I just want to create a normal project, so I'm just going to Android application project, and I'm going to create a test project just to make sure that everything's up and running. I don't really want an icon, and we'll just take the defaults on all this. That gets set up, and there we go. Now we have our test project. And you'll know everything's put in place because we'll have the custom XML Android manifest editor. And if we go into source, we'll see that the content assist for the Android classes is in place as well. And that's pretty much it. If you want to go back and read through the full official documentation, you can find it at developer.android.com/SDK. Thanks for watching.